Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I am excited to be here and share with you today. I am live streaming today on YouTube and on Facebook, so I'm hoping that I'm in the right spot for both of these. But if you hop on, if you can please let me know that you're able to see me and that the sound is okay and it's not too echoey. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and hop on my Facebook page here just to make sure that we are in the right spot. But I would surely appreciate it if you hop on to let me know that you are seeing it, because I know last time I was using this software, it was delayed by a couple of minutes and I could not tell that I was live. So anyhow, I can tell that I am. So I am going to go ahead and let people hop on here for just a couple minutes, and then we are going to go ahead and get started. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are joining the live, when you hop on, if you can let me know that you are here watching and where you are joining me from. And if it's your first time watching, I would love to know that as well. All right, well, I'm not seeing it on Facebook, but let me check on YouTube and see. As long as we're live in one of them, I think we're good. Okay, it says that I have one person watching on YouTube, so I'm hoping that we are good. Okay, I'm going to wait just another minute, and then I am going to go ahead and hop on and start creating. Okay. All right, so today I'm going to be creating 4 projects with the Reindeer Fun Bundle, which is on page 26 and 27 of the September to December mini catalog. So it's a fun suite. At first when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I ordered it because I was going to participate in a stamp camp, and then I just knew with my life I couldn't make a commitment to that right now, but I had already ordered it, and then it's like all of a sudden the creativity started flowing, and these were, a couple of these were my first 2 projects that I created with this suite. So it is just so much fun. I'd love to know if you have it as well, and if you're having just as much fun with it. Okay, I'm going to wait one more minute and then we are hopping on. Let's see, I'm going to check once more on Facebook to see if I can tell that we are there. Oh, and I can see, okay, my mom is on there. Oops, nope, saying it's all good, but that is the wrong video. Okay, well, you know what, guys? We're going to go ahead and just get started regardless, and I will figure out how to post it in the different pages on Facebook and on YouTube. But let me go ahead and just start and welcome you guys. So again, welcome to Stampin' with Kim. My name is Kim Myers. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Fall River Mills, which is a small rural town in northeastern California. And I'm coming to you live. It is a rainy day here. It's like, oh my goodness. I've had to walk back and forth to the barn a couple of times, and it's like, oh my gosh, it is just dumping out there. My phone keeps going off with all the alerts of lightning, but we need it, so it is a blessing. So anyhow, I've been a demonstrator for 29 and a half years, and I love what I do. My favorite things to create are fun fold cards and 3D projects. And today you're going to see one simple fun fold card and then one 3D project. So, but one of my cards I think is a little over the top, but I absolutely love it. So I hope you enjoy them as well. And on the bottom of my screen, I do have my current host code. So if you place an order of $50 or more in my online store, which is in the link below, you will receive these 4 projects as happy mail. I have done all of the prep work for you, except for, of course, the stamping, which per Stampin' Up! Policy, we're not allowed to do that. So I do have, I did prep 11 extra kits, so I have them ready for class. So, but if they get scooped up first with online orders, I'm happy to mail them out. I am able to mail them out tomorrow, or depending if you place your order today, I can also get them in the mail for you today. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and move a few things around here. All right, so this first card that we are going to create, oops, things falling down over here, is this sweet and simple card here. So we're going to start out with our base of real red, which is at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I have another piece of real red cardstock, which measures 3 1/4 by 8 1/2. And you score this one at 4 1/4. I also have one of the nested label dies, which, guys, sorry, it's hard to see. And then I have 2 pieces of designer series paper, which measure 1 by 4 inches. And this is from the Take a Bow designer series paper pack. That is on back order right now, but it is to come back. It will be back in stock the week of October 21st. Then I also have a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock, which I just love this color. It just makes my heart happy. Okay, this one measures 3 inches by 4 inches. Then we have a piece of basic white cardstock that measures the same, 3 by 4 inches. Then we have another little strip of basic white cardstock, which is 1/2 inch by 3.5. And then I went ahead and, before I joined you, and I cut out some of the little bits, and I've already done all this for you. So we have our part of our cute little reindeer. So we have the little antler part, which is in early espresso. Then we have basic white, and then we have a pecan pie, and then I did a garden green wreath, and then a little bell here in the real red. So let me go ahead and show you how to assemble this. Gosh, guys, I don't know if you can hear it. It is dumping out there right now. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm praying it stops, though. I've got to travel this afternoon, about an hour and 20 minutes each way down to Reading. So I am praying it kind of holds off a little. I'm not a fan of driving at night or in the rain. So just praying that it kind of subsides when I have to drive. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go ahead and take the 1 by 4 strips, use my green glue. Are my green glue lovers out there? Anybody watching that's a green glue fan? So I'm going to do one like so, and I'm going to just evenly space it here on the edge, the right side of my paper. Okay, then let's do the other side. This is like my favorite paper pack. Actually, I should say this one and Snowy Days seem to be my favorite so far. I just ordered another pack of Snowy Days. I have a special order that I'm working on for a girlfriend, and I ran out of the Snowy Days, so I had to order one more. Okay, so that's the base of our card. Then we are going to take this piece, which is the main flap, the front flap fold that opens up. So let's go ahead and add that down. I got to figure out my stamping. I'm just starting to put a few more things back here into my studio. The floors took a little bit longer, and so I've just put a couple of desks in here, and that's all I have. And I have a little couch over there, which isn't going to stay. But I am really so used to standing up that it is hard for me to create sitting down, but we're going to do it. Okay, so then what we're going to do is I'm going to take the Granny Apple Green cardstock, and I'm going to add that here to the base. Again, just evenly position that there. All right, I'm going to turn that off. I bet that is really annoying for you guys. I'm going to hide that little ticker. If you do need the host code, please reach out to me and let me know. I'd be happy to share it with you if you have any questions about how to place an order or any of that. Please just let me know and I'd be happy to assist you. All right, let's go ahead. This is the inside of our paper, or inside of our card. So we have that ready. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our Nested Essentials die here, and I'm going to bring in some of our dimensionals. You guys know me, when in doubt, pop it out, and I am going to pop this out. I'm going to go ahead and just put 5 little ones on there. So I have Colt sitting here next to me. He is not so sure about this rain today. I don't think he's a fan of it. Okay, then sorry, I'm going to go ahead and lift this up for a second so I can make sure that it's straight. Okay, so we have that. Then what we're going to do is we are going to start assembling our cute little deer. And so, whoops, let's go ahead and I'm going to take my glue and put some on the back of this little guy to start off. Okay, so we have that. Oops. These are just so darn cute. Okay, so then I'm going to take the pecan pie layer. So goodness gracious, I have been up since 4:40 this morning. I could not sleep. I knew that I had a lot of things on my plate today. Coming to you live, and then I have open office hours. Stampin' Up! Has a couple different accountability groups that I am a part of. And so I have open office hours at 10 o'clock or whenever I'm done. Then I have my garden club meeting today, which I am president of our Wayside Garden Club. So I have that, and then I have to head to Reading, and then I'm going to go watch volleyball tonight at one of the local colleges. So it is a busy, busy day, but it is a wonderful day. Okay, so we have that. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and let's go ahead and add this little guy, the little wreath around his neck here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take just a smidge of glue and put it on the back side. All right, and attach that down. Hold that on there just a second. Okay, I'm gonna hop on, oops, and see if I can find you guys live. Nope. All righty, let's see here. I might have to share the link. I have some people that are hopping on, but they are in the wrong spot, so hold on. Nope. Okay, if you guys just bear with me for just 1 second, pretty please. I just wanna make sure that they are on here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my link here from my live. Okay, all righty. Okay, so then let's go ahead and attach this down. So I'm going to again take a couple of dimensionals and add that to the back. And then let's go ahead and just place that just like so. And then I have this adorable little bell embellishment that is part of that kit. And actually, so that I don't bore you with trying to tie a bow, I went ahead and just added a little bit of the red and white baker's twine to that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just secure it onto the wreath, just like so. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little piece of cardstock here, and we're going to do just a smidge of basic stamping. So let's go ahead and take our Reindeer Fun stamp set. I'm going to grab the Merry Christmas from here and position that on my block. And actually, you know what? I'm going to put it on my glass mat and stand up for a second, guys, just to make sure that I have it going straight. And I actually put mine a little wonky on here. I find that I put it a little crooked that I can hold on to the block better and see it. So I'm going to go ahead and just stamp my sentiment. I'm going to set this aside here. Get that out of the way. We will be using that again later. And then I'm just going to bring in a couple of dimensionals. And then I'm going to just place that right over the top like so. All right, so that is our first card. And you know what? I'm going to switch this around. Let's see here. I just realized, okay, bear with me for just a second. Oh, sugar. Show on stream. I don't know why this new program, I really have to play around with this. This is like the I gotta show that on stream then. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm working on it. Hold on one second. Thank you. One second. Thank you for bearing with me, y'all. Oh my gosh, this thing is going to drive me crazy. Okay, so show on screen. There we go. Okay, Cindy, thank you for joining. I hope that you can hear now. If you can let me know if we are good sound-wise, I would appreciate it. When I switched it over to that one camera, I've turned down the sound so you don't hear a bunch of feedback. Okay. Oh, Jessica, thank you for joining as well. All righty. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on to the next card. And I know there is a delay, so yes. Okay, thank you. I see all you guys too are joining me on my YouTube channel, so thank you so much. I'm working so hard to try to build that up as well, so I appreciate you supporting me and joining me. All right, so let's go ahead and tuck this away. And then for those who are commenting and sharing today as well, I will be, my very last project, I have one of those project kits to go ahead and send as happy mail. So I will be doing that. So, all right, so let's go on then to the next card. And this one here is a fun one. So this one features garden green cardstock, and this measures 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. Then we have a piece of basic white, which measures 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. We have a piece of pool party cardstock, which is 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. Another piece of basic white cardstock. Oh, hi, Lolly. Thank you. First time watching. Wonderful. Thank you for joining me today. Okay, this basic white measures 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. And then we have a piece of crumb cake, which is actually just a scrap, but you will need a piece that's at least 2 1/2 by 3. And then I already cut, before I joined you, I cut a little banner, which is from the Nested Essentials dies. So I cut this little banner here, and then I've also cut this little frame here. So I've done the prep work. So when you get my card kits, I pretty much do all of the embossing for you. I do all the cutting, except for I just can't do the stamping, as you know. All right, so what we're going to do for this one is we are going to start off and do a little bit of embossing. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my embossing folders. And when I originally designed this, I just used one of them, but I've decided I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. So I am going to go ahead and just place it in my folder like so. And then I'm going to run it through my machine. So I don't think I'm going to bring it over here because it's going to rock and roll and make too much noise, but let me show you how to set it up. All right. So for those of you, for these Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, what you're going to do is you're going to use the platform, which is number 1. You're going to go ahead and place your embossing folder on the platform with the seam going this way, because that's how I'm going to run it through my machine. And then I'm going to use number 4. So this is for the 3D folders. And then I'm going to zip it through my machine real quick. All right, so that is step number 1. Oh, hello, Becky. Aw, it's nice to be here creating. Thank you for joining. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take the painted trees, and let's see, I'm going to go ahead and kind of scooch it. I only want to use a couple of the trees here. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through next. Okay. So I don't know if you can see, I'm going to hold it up, but you can kind of see, I think I need to get another light here. My stand is right through it, but you can see the trees and then just the, faintly see the snowflakes. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to bring in our blending brushes, and I have 2 different blending brushes, and I'm going to use 2 different ink pads. I have Pool Party and I have Garden Green, and I'm going to grab a piece of scratch paper. So let's see here. Just because I don't want to mess up my surface. I do love blending on my glass mat, but being that I've got a lot going on today with the projects, I don't want to get ink on them. So I'm just going to use my, my scratch paper. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ink up Pool Party first. Okay, and then I'm just going to just highlight just a few of the little snowflakes here, just ever so softly. I don't want it to be really, really dark, just enough to give it a little bit of a pop. Okay, oh, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, that's enough of a pop for me. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the trees. I just love this embossing folder. And like I said, this is part of the Happy Mail kit, and I can't do the stamping on this, but even if you didn't have the stamp set, you could still do this card and make it beautiful. And honestly, those that have already received the Happy Mail, I sent them out a couple of days ago. I didn't do the snowflakes, so that was an addition, but you can, on my original, I did stamp them. All right, so that's what we have. So then let's go ahead and move this aside. Then I'm going to go ahead and mount that onto our Pool Party cardstock. And let's see, I did pop it up. Imagine that, you guys. When in doubt, pop it out. Those of you that have been stamping with me for as long as I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, almost 29 and a half years, that is my motto. Pop it out, pop it out. All right, actually I'm gonna go a little wild on the dimensionals. Okay. Oops. All righty. So let's go ahead and just layer that onto Pool Party. Okay, then I'm gonna get rid of that. And then let's go ahead and attach it down. I don't think I'm going, actually, did I do it? Nope, guess what? I did. When in doubt, pop it out. There we go. I'm going to add this. I'm going to do it just as I did my original card. Okay. And those. All righty. Center that, and actually I think I'm a little high, but that's okay. All right, and this one here is going to go on the inside of our card, so I'm going to get that attached down. And that is why I love green glue. It just kind of slides into place there. Oops. And I can reposition it. All right, so, oh my heavens. All right, so we have that on the inside. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and take our little banner here, and I am just going to just kind of fold it over just a smidge, and then I am going to attach it right like so. So I'm actually going to do a glue dot because it'll hold it in place, and then I don't have to worry about it falling off when I start attaching other layers. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So we have that, and then I'm going to add one underneath. I should use my Take Your Pick tool to not get it stuck to my finger. Oops, and it is flying. All right. Add that. Okay, so we have that little element added. And you know what? I actually put it a little far up. We're going to squish it over just a smidgy. And you know what? I positioned a glue dot or a dimensional right there. That's okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to, for our next layer, we are going to go ahead and take our piece of cardstock, which measured 3.5 by 1.5 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear this in half. And I'm just going to create just a little snowy hillside. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach them together. So let's go ahead and put some glue here on this bottom edge. You guys will have to check back tomorrow to see the project that I worked on yesterday. I was busy making some cute little gifts. I don't see anybody on here watching from my garden club. So today for my garden club meeting, I like to do fun things with the group, and we are having a pumpkin decorating contest. And so instead of participating, I decided to just make a gift for everybody. So you'll have to check back to see what I did. They're so stinking cute, as I would say. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and attach that down with our glue. So that's what we have. Looking pretty cute. And then let's go ahead and bring in our Wink of Stella. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give it a little bit of shimmer here on this areas here. And then I'm also going to give it just a little shimmer on the trees before I start adding anything else to it. So like I said, if you didn't have the stamp set but liked this, I mean, you could do that and just add a Christmas sentiment, and it's a beautiful card. So let's see. For the next step, though, let's tuck that aside, and then let's grab our crumb cake paper, and then I'm going to grab crumb cake ink pad, and we are going to grab our stamp, which is the cute little deer. This one right here. I'm going to go ahead and just place it on my, oops, and you know what? I need a bigger block. Okay, we're going to use a really big block. Okay, that'll work though. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink this little guy up with crumb cake ink. And then I'm going to have to stand up for this one. For one, I don't want to drop my block onto the glass mat. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that down. All right, so then we have our image like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of coloring just to brighten him up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brighten up his belly and his tail. I'm going to take, this is actually an old Wink of Stella, and I just have my craft ink here, and I'm going to go ahead and just add some to its tail, its ear, the belly. This absorbs, so sometimes you have to do it a couple times, or maybe this time I actually was a little heavy-handed, which I kind of like that. Okay. All right, so we have that, just a smidge of coloring. Oops, I forgot his ear. Let's see. So this is a daddy buck and his doe, or his little fawn here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut that out, and I'm going to go ahead and take the coordinating die and cut that out. So with that, what you're going to do, let me grab my cutting. So to cut with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you're going to want the base, you're going to want the number 2 plate, and then 2 number 3 plates. So you can tell mine are so grungy, they get a lot of love. And let's go ahead and line this up and then sandwich it and run it through the embossing machine. Okay, so I'm going to run this through. I'll be right back. Whoops. All right. So then we have our, whoops, pop that out here. Our cute little deer. Get rid of that, and actually I'm going to be really good about putting my die away. I almost lost a die yesterday. I was working with the art from Amaryllis. I'm doing a card class with that, and I about lost one of my itty bitty dies yesterday. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I have that ready to go, but I'm going to do one more little element on it. I'm going to go ahead and take my little white scrap here, and then I'm going to take this adorable little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. And I'm going to go ahead and just position it on my block. And then there's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can either take your markers and color directly on it, because I'm going to do the tree in the pool party and or I'm sorry, the tree, the star in the pool party and the tree in the garden green. But, or you can also do it if you're real careful with the pads. And so I'm just going to do it that way. So I'm going to flip it over here and just be really mindful about where I ink it up. So like so. And then I'm actually going to stamp it off a smidge because I want it to be just a lighter color. So I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to open up my pool party and ink up my little star. And then we're going to just stamp it down. Oh, and you know what? Actually, I do need to hit it with a little bit of green here, darn it. Kind of missed one little spot. We'll just hope it doesn't. It's going to be a little brighter at the top, I think, but that's okay. All right, so then we're going to stamp that down. Oh, that actually looks really good, I think. Okay, and then let's get rid of that. And then let's cut this out with the coordinating die. That would be easy enough to fussy cut as well, but being that we have this wonderful tool, we are going to use it. All right, so let me run this through and I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. And you know what? It's a little off, but that's okay. Shame on me that I did not. I kind of squished it through. That's what happens though, right? It's still going to be beautiful. Okay, so then what we're going to do is I am just going to attach it onto my project or onto the face of my card with a dimensional. So I'm going to do it like so, and then I'm going to kind of just have it right on the top of my little ridge of snow. All right, so I have that, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop up my little deer. Okay, then let's go ahead and add that about like so. Okay, so we have that, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the sentiment. And I am going to use Christmas is Better Together. So I'm going to take that, attach that to my block, and then we're going to go ahead and use the Pool Party ink. Okay, and then once again, I need to stand up to do this. Excuse my head in the camera. All righty. All right, so then we have Christmas is Better Together. So then I'm going to go ahead and take my dimensionals and pop that up. All right, and then that's going to go just about like so. And then what I'm going to do, oops, sorry. Becky, if you're still watching, that's Renee Coe. I know it's her. I have a special ringtone. She is my travel buddy today. So, okay, and I have a hot disaster. Last night, I don't know if you can see, the project that I was creating, I was a little impatient to find the end, and so I made a hot disaster of this. But I'm going to go ahead and take my linen thread, and I'm just going to tie a little bow here. Okay, and let's grab my paper snips. And do that. And then I'm going to take my mini glue dots, which are, oh, right here, and add that. Okay, so we'll add that right like so. Oops. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and embellish it. And I'm going to go ahead and just bring in some of the basic rhinestone jewels. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take one and put it right on top of my little bow here. And then I'm going to take one, I'll put it right like so. And I'm going to take another one and just put it right there. All right, you guys, so here is card number 2. Don't know if you can see it really well. I hope so. But that is a fun one. I just love the softness of this one. All righty. And I can show you another one. Here's a couple others that I've made. This one here, I ended up doing it the opposite direction, and I did use this adorable little pool party ribbon. And I ended up stamping it with the garden green. But for this one here, I just wanted to create just the softer look. Aw, thank you, Cindy. Yeah, alrighty. And then this one here, this was the very first one that I've actually created for a swap. And yeah, so this was simple, and then I kind of just elevated it from there. Once I got to get playing, I just can go to town. Alrighty, and then actually, I do want to show you, I have to do a shout out to my grandson. So this is his card. He was the one that actually had designed the whole snow and reindeer thing. We did a YouTube video on it, so if you want to check it out, it is on my channel. But Gavin just had this cute idea to use this little reindeer and use the little body to just create a full whimsical deer. So he was too cute. So this is the one that he made, and then this is the one that he did during the live. So it was so much fun working with him. I had a blast. Okay, so for this next one, this one here is, I'm gonna say, my work of love. Oh my goodness, you guys. It took me, I wanna say, probably 8 hours to prep 20 of these cards, but it is so stinking cute, I think. And I hope you agree. This is just one of my favorite creations. Okay, let's see, let me get rid of a few things here. This one has lots of bits. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, so we are starting. Oh, you love the wreath on the deer. Oh, thank you, Becky. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and start with a card base, which is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then we are going to, for the inside, take a piece that is 4, is it 4? 4 by 5. Is that right? Yep. Okay, let me make sure that's the inside, because this one gets layered. Okay, yep, that is correct. That's the inside piece, so 4 by 5. And then this one here is another 4 by 5 piece, which is going to be layered onto the front of our cardstock. And then this one here is Granny Apple Green that I have cut down to 3 and 3, actually 3 and 5/8 by 4 3/4. Love math, you guys. Okay, so we have that, and then we have just all kinds of little bits here. So I have, this one is actually going to have 2 little deer on it. And just wait, it's so stinking cute. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and do the stamping first. So I am going to bring back in our sentiment, which was the Merry Christmas from our first card, and the Real Red ink pad. Whoops, we got, imagine that, we have those little backings everywhere. All right, so inking that up, and let's go ahead and stamp that down. Excuse my head again, you guys. I'm just going to center this the best that I can. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so that's coming together. But let's go ahead and do, gosh, it's amazing how quickly this card comes together, except for when I was designing it, not so quickly. I wish you guys truly could see my design process. I have bits and bits of, I try every color. I wish I could say, oh, I just whipped that card out, but it takes me a while to do it. I try every embossing folder, every die cut, everything possible. So, all right, so for this one, we are going to go ahead and just attach our basic white. And then actually this one is going to have the pecan pie for the top. Oops. All righty. So let's go ahead and attach that down. I just love this color combination. It is just so darn cute. Okay, so we have this handsome dude. So let's set him aside. Then what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and take this other early espresso piece, and we're going to give it a haircut. So I am going to go ahead and just cut off the antlers, because we are going to make a doe. So let's go ahead and take this basic white piece and attach that down. All right. Uh-oh, and you know what? I need to give it more of a haircut. Yep, needs more of a haircut. Oh, goodness. Thank goodness I used the glue. Okay. Oh, now I'm going to yuck up my scissors, but that's okay. This one needs a bigger haircut, so I'm going to do like a deep V down into this area because I do not want that to show. Get rid of that sticky piece. And then let's go ahead and try to like, guys, I'm going to have it stuck to the front of me. All right. So then, okay, there we have it. So now we have just that part because I needed her cute little eyeballs. And so then we're going to have our little doe like so. It takes a long time in your card show, you take the time. Oh, thank you, Cindy. No, and I love designing. Designing is like my favorite thing to do. If I could just design cards all day long, that would be awesome. But you know, you kind of, yeah. And I've just decided instead of doing written tutorials, I'm going to do video tutorials because I truly hate writing tutorials unless it's just a project that I collaborate with that I have to, then I will. But okay, so we have that. Whoops. Let's go ahead and take our holly berry here. And I went ahead and die cut our holly out of garden green and our berries out of real red. And let's grab a glue dot and attach these down. Okay, so we have that. All right, and then the part that I think is so stinking cute is we are going to take this little bit here and let's see here. I'm going to put just a smidge of glue. Just, hopefully you guys can see. Sorry, I need to be mindful. This new program that I'm using, I can't move the picture-in-picture of me. So, but people have said, oh, I like to see you. So I'm like, okay, so we're trying to do this. But anyhow, I got to be more mindful of where I place. Oh, goodness. Okay, this is like itty-bitty pieces. Okay, I'm going to have to pick this up, guys. So I have cut out the Christmas lights, and I am going to go ahead and just stagger this little piece like so. Okay, so I have that. Okay, so then what we're going to do is I am going to go ahead and make a necklace for this little girl. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it down, and then it's going to need a little haircut. So let's go ahead and just add a little bit of adhesive to the back of the lights. Alrighty. Whoops, let's squish that over just a little bit. Okay, that's the beauty of green glue. Okay, so we have that. Our little deer has a little necklace. I just think it is so stinking cute. I wanted to try to use all the dies in there, and I think I finally have used them all. Okay, so we have that. So then let's go ahead and do our assembly. So what we're going to do, oh, and you know what, actually, you know what, that's okay, I'm gonna have to switch it up. My other one, which I'm not gonna show you until I'm done, has some texture, but I'm gonna add a piece of designer series paper because I don't have it. And I was gonna try it after the fact, but I guess I'm doing it now. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna do, let's see if this will work though. I don't even know if it's the right size. So that gets layered onto there. So that's going to need to get cut down. Okay, I'm going to cut this down real quick and I will be right back. Hold tight, guys. Okay, so our designer series paper needs to get cut down to 3 5/8. But you know what? Before I mess it up accidentally, I'm going to go ahead and just attach it to my card here first, because then I know it's going to be right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just attach it to the front of my greenery element here, and then I'm going to cut it down. And of course, I don't have my trimmer here, it's in the other side. So let me cut this down real quick. Okay, guys, so then we have that. So then I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. For the next step, let's go ahead and add some Wink of Stella. So I'm going to go ahead and add some Wink of Stella behind this little area here. So I am just going to squish it on here. I just think it adds some pizzazz to it. Okay, so there we have it. Don't think you can really see it too good, but you know what? The final product, it pops it. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and put this down. So let's go ahead and take our dimensionals. I hope you guys like this one. Like I said, it is one of my favorite creations that I've done in a while. It was just so much fun trying to design this one. All right, so let's do that. And then, you know what, I'm going to also take a couple, actually, of the little minis. Let me find my minis here. And let's see, I'm going to just place a couple here like so, just because I don't want that part to sink down. And let's see, that one can handle one as well. And that one can't. Okay, you know what? That one needs to be cut in half. So let's cut that one in half because I do want it on that side so it keeps it elevated. It's the little things, huh, guys, that make your cards look wonderful. Okay, so we have that. Then let's go ahead and peel off all of our backings. Are you guys liking the cards so far? I sure hope so. And if you guys are hopping on, I know there's a lot of you here that said that you've never joined me. I would sure appreciate it if you would subscribe to my Facebook page and to my YouTube channel. Would make my heart happy. And then too, I don't know, I'm going to go ahead and put it up on screen to show you, but I do have, I'm going to go ahead and put my host code on the bottom. So if you've never stamped with me before, I like to send what I call Happy Mail. And these are the 4 projects that are part of my Happy Mail right now to the next 11 people. So I prepped 11 extra kits. If they go for Happy Mail, great. If not, then they will be part of my upcoming class. But I just figured I would put it out there to you. If you love what you see and want to do them yourself, that I would love to share them with you and get them out in the mail to you. And I do have them ready to go. So, all right, then we're going to go ahead and layer this area, or layer this part to our card. And this one, I need to make a bunch of these for our craft fair because here in this area, these go very, very well. Being that I live in a rural spot. I've made some other cute little deer boxes, but this one here, I just think is so adorable. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go back to the chat to see. Whoops. All righty. Oh, you love the reindeer. Thank you, Lolly. Oh, thank you so much. All right, then let's go ahead and attach this down. All right, so we have that now on the face of our card. Then we're going to go ahead and throw things around. Now we're going to go ahead and add the deer. And let me see how I'm kind of looking at mine as a cheat sheet. So I am going to go ahead and overlap them like so. So with that, again, let's go ahead and pack them up. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of them on this buck. Right, let's see. It is, okay, I just want to get it positioned. And then we're going to do the doe here. All right, and that one is going to get, you got to make sure that the guy can see. So let's see, we're going to go like so. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to take a mini dimensional and attach down our holly. Okay, and so let's go ahead then and add this like so. And you know what, I don't really, well, I kind of like it like that. I'll leave it. My last one, I kind of tweaked the holly. Actually, no, I'm going to. I don't really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of bend it just a smidge. So, and then I'm going to kind of glue these ones together. Sorry, little things that just make me, yep, I like that better. Okay, so I'm going to go like so. That's going to go right here in the corner. And then we are going to take our Merry Christmas. All right, and then that is going to go just right over the top. And excuse my head, I'm going to go ahead and attach, oops. Yep, sorry guys, it is a little bit longer, so I need to get it lined up. All right, so we have that. Well, you know what, actually, I need to pull this little girl up a little because you know what, she wants to show off her jewels. So let's see, okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so we have that, and then we're going to just finish up with a little bit of embellishing. So I am going to go ahead and take our peppermint, and let's bring in our red and white twine. Make a cute little bow here. Okay. That little trim. Okay, then let's go ahead and bring in a glue dot. Okay, so we're going to add that right like so. Oops, and actually that's a crazy bow. I think it's kind of a little overpowering for her petite little head. So let's give it a little haircut here. Okay, so we have that. Oops. All right, and then let's go ahead and take one of our little peppermints and add that right here to the top of the bow. Okay. And then I was thinking I could add some more bling to it, to the up here, but you know what, I'm going to kind of keep it simple. I think that's going to be a little too much. I could add some rhinestones to that, but you know what, I think sometimes you go a little over the top and it looks a little too gaudy. So there is the final card. I hope that you like that. This is like, oh, I love it. It just makes me happy. Like I said, designing this is one of my favorite projects. And then here was my original one that I had designed. So it just had the texture, the plaid. So yeah, but that's a fun one. Okay, so then this last one that we're going to do, oh goodness, you know what? Let's make it on the inside. Forgot to put down the piece of paper on the inside. So let's attach that real quick. Because nothing is worse than me putting it in the envelope and then I go to gift it to somebody or sell it and it's not in there. All righty. All right. Well, I hope you liked that card. Oh, thank you so much, Lolly. Okay, so this next project that we're going to do is a fun one, and I absolutely love this. So what we're going to do is we are going to start off, we're going to use our book treat boxes. They are on low inventory, so if you want them, be sure to grab them. I'm sure they'll be back in stock before too long. We're also going to use some garden green cardstock, some designer series paper, which is from Take a Bow. We are going to use a 2 3/8 inch red circle. And then, let's see, how big is this circle? It's about a little less than 2 inches. This one here is from the Everyday Details. So it's the smallest one with the holes. So we're going to use that. And then I've already done some prep work again before you joined me and cut a holly and the berries. And then we're also going to take a piece of 1/2 inch by 8.5 inch piece of garden green cardstock. So, and for those of you that are commenting and sharing this post, I will be doing a drawing and sending one of these out to you. So if you would like to do that, that would be wonderful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just fold up here on all of the creases. This is so easy to put together. So basically, you have 2 strips of adhesive. You're just going to pull the adhesive, tuck in your 2 little flaps here, and push down to secure it. Super simple. Do the same to the other side. Oops. All right, so we have our box. Then what we're going to do, this is the book binding cover. So we're going to go ahead and fold it. It's got a couple of score lines. And then it has 3 bits of adhesive. So this one here, we are not going to touch. That's what you would secure it down with before you give it to somebody. But we're going to go ahead and just pull up these 2 pieces of backing here. And then what I like to do is I like to lay it, so you want the box opening to be facing upward. So I like to just kind of set it here in this little channel, line it up, make sure that, oh sugar, make sure that I get it straight, and then I just bring the back to it, and then just use my fingers to secure it down. Okay, so that's super simple. So we have that, and then you can fold up on that flap and fold that over. So that's really easy to assemble, but we are going to make it even cuter. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the piece of garden green cardstock, which measures 3, let's see, I know I wrote it down. Actually, garden green measures 2 5/8 by 3 5/8. And then this Take a Bow Designer Series paper is 3.5 by 2.5. So we are going to go ahead and assemble these together, and believe it or not, I am not going to pop it up. I'm going to attach this. This has enough dimension once it's done. All right, so let's go ahead and just attach this. So we have just a smidge of a border on here. So we have that, and then we're going to take our circle punch, and let's bring in our large dimensionals, which are buried. Okay, so with that, we're going to attach our little white Everyday Details circle. And that's just going to get centered on our project. Okay, so we have that. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this to the center of our focal point here, like so. I can't wait to make these for craft fairs. And like I have made, I want to say that's like 5 designs of these. I'm not sharing them all yet though, but don't you worry, I will. I have to go little by little, you guys. I get so excited and I want to share everything with you, but I can't, not all at once. So, all right, so be sure to subscribe and check back. And be sure that you're getting my newsletter, because my next little batch will be some other boxes. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and just add a generous amount of dimensionals to this. And then I'm going to add this to sugar to the face of my box, just centering that. All right, and then what we're going to do is I am going to lay it flat like so, and then I'm going to bring this flap down, and then we are going to go ahead and apply dimensionals to this area and apply our little holly berries right here. So I'm going to add 2 dimensionals to this little flap. Oh, that one's being a bugger. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I want to, let's see, how do I want it? I want it to go like so. So I am going to just kind of center it there, press it down. And then what I'm going to do, I am not actually going to remove that tab. You can do it when you go to gift it to somebody, but I am going to use just these little Velcro fasteners. So I got these on Amazon. Oh my gosh, this one doesn't want to come off. But yeah, it was pretty inexpensive. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it just right here on my circle and attach it down like so. And then I'm going to carefully lift it back up. I've ripped it a couple times, and then just use your fingers. Aww. Oh, Becky, I'm glad that you like the treat boxes. Aww, thank you so much. Okay, so we have that, but what I'm going to do, let's see, for the next part, let's bring in this right here. So we're going to bring, oh, sugar, I get to rip something apart. I'm really good at that, you guys, let me tell you. Okay, this was something I added after the fact last night. After I design things, I go back and I like to further embellish. Sometimes I keep it real simple, and then I have a really hard time doing that though. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a nice sized little bow using the red and white twine. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to set it right like, oh, sugar, it wants to stick to me, right like that, right in the center. So let's just bring in another glue dot. And then let's just put that right smack in the center. And then we're going to bring this back in, our cute little holly berries, and add that down. Getting cuter? I hope so. I hope you think so. Okay, but wait, there is more. Then what we're gonna do is, I kind of went ahead and cheated, but I will color some because I need more. I'm gonna take my Stampin' Blends Real Red and use the bullet tip and just color directly onto our rhinestones. Oh shoot, and it's flying. Just because it really makes it pop. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I already have 3 that are done and dry. They dry really quickly. But I'm just going to pick it up and just position it right over the holes. It's gonna be difficult, you guys. Right on the holes of the berries. So probably should have done it when it was flat. It might have been a whole lot easier. It's going to be a little temperamental. Yes. Don't do as I do, do as I say. Put the berries on before you attach it to your box. Okay. All right, so we have that. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you for joining. Okay, so then you have that, but now what I'm going to do, this was my clever creation, is I've taken a 1/2 inch by 8.5 inch strip, and right here at the top of our box where the seam is, where it has just the little flap that folds over, I'm going to go ahead and tuck this in like so. Kind of tuck it in as far as it can go. Oh, maybe that was a little too far. That's okay. You know what? I've got more. Don't tuck it in all the way. That was a little too far. But I'm going to tuck it in. I can always readjust it on the other side. And then I'm going to feed it back through the other side. And then what you have instead is you have a cute little purse. So her little, cute little handbag with a handle. So I hope that you like these projects. Again, I am so grateful that y'all joined me today, and I can't wait to stamp with you again. Not sure if I get to do it next Wednesday. Our 3rd grandson is due to arrive, and I don't know if we're going to be heading down, on Monday or not. So it's kind of hit or miss whether or not I will get to be on. But I would love to know, what is your favorite project? And love them. Thank you, Becky. Yeah, this is just so much fun. I just can't wait. I am in Craft Fair Season 2. Believe it or not, I've only made a total of 12 products, but I will be making a bunch of these to sell at my upcoming craft fairs. I just think they're so cute, and I do have some other designs. So let me go ahead and bring back all of the projects. So I'm just gonna kind of show you. I'll bring the ones back that I didn't, my little copies here. All right, let me grab my other ones here. We have that one, and where's the one that I did today? Oh, this one here. We'll take that out as well. All righty. So those are the fun projects that I wanted to share with you today. I hope that you will join me again. And again, please be sure to leave comments and be sure to share it. And I will be sending out Happy Mail to somebody. So, and I do have some other Happy Mails going on my Facebook page. So be sure to comment there. So they're just something simple like, what is your favorite dessert? So I'll be closing those out and sending out Happy Mail. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a blessed day, and I look forward to stamping with you again soon. Bye-bye.